So the anaerobic digestion for standard sludge or for pre-diluted sludge is both 37% of the organic fraction that is left. So in the case of standard sludge that is 24%, and in the case of pre-diluted sludge that's 16%. So that means that we don't have any improved degradability after the predation, but just because also a lot of solids were removed during this process, the overall degradability increased to 50%.
So this part is removed by worms, and yet there's still the same fraction is being in the AD.
But still you could be right. However, then you would expect also better anaerobic digestion.
Not necessarily, I think.
No.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's how could we prove it? Because that's the question: is this an enzyme or is it a worm?
Both.
Using it as a shredder.
If surface is improved and if they add some minerals like nitrogen as you suspect, it's both. Not anaerobic digestion, but more difficult chemicals. Because it's completely anaerobic, the digestion.
Yeah, the
after warmth, it's completely anaerobic.
Yeah, it's very deep and only there's a thick layer above it. So it's completely anaerobic.
But the anaerobic digestion is also a different thing. It can be methanogenic, it can be sulfate reducing, it can be fermentative, it can be different routes.
Yes.
So if you have mostly methane coming out of the system,
yeah, we are going to measure with the gas analyzer with Udo, and we produce some float.
methanogens, for example, they can use fatty acids, they can use hydrogens, they can use methylated compounds. In your case, I guess it's fatty acids which are the substrate. There's no hydrogen coming out of the warm reactor, of course.
No.
So they use fatty acids and
there's no soluble substrate. There's only solid substrate.
Yeah, but then, of course, there's a chain. So fatty acid degraders together with methanogens. That's what I mean.
Yeah, and there should be some organisms or some enzymes.
Synthrops use the fatty acids, but of course first you have fermenters. That's the chain.
And you have hydrolysis.
Yeah, of course.
So I think that is always the most important step. If you can increase the rate of hydrolysis.
Not necessarily.
If you have
fatty acid oxidation in anaerobic condition is a very slow process as well.
Then it would turn sour. You get very low pH, right?
Yeah, we have neutral pH.
And you have no sulfate in the system. It's just it's fresh water.
Low sulfate. Low, very low. So it's probably methane production.
Yeah, but if you claim that almost nothing happened with the sludge already, so you are not losing sludge after the first reactor, the same amount, then very, very little is going on then. Or I misunderstood them.
Can you show the process out here? Yes.
So warm reactor, there where you are losing the part of the solid.
Yeah, 25%.
Okay. Then it's going to the storage tank where you have anaerobic digestion, or
well, it's removed there. It's degraded. It's destroyed there. But we don't know.
Oh, it is destroyed there. Then I just misunderstood.
Well, 25% is destroyed in the worm reactor.
Yeah.
And we thought, okay, we have this nice process.
Yeah.
Then we let the truck come to empty the storage tank, but it was already empty.
Okay.
So some process has destroyed.
But then you really should see a lot of gas.
Yeah, we see a lot of bubbling coming out.
Okay, then you have to measure if it's methane. Yeah, then it's not clear where you should focus on this one or on this one. But anaerobic digestion, of course, is known very well. I mean, it can result in almost complete degradation of organics. given the minerals, you have enough.
Yeah, only the secondary sludge is usually only 25%.
Yeah, because it's mostly humic acid. In your case, probably something is going on in this as well with these things.
So it could be that the worms are.
Secondary sludge, of course, is mostly bacteria. Huh?
Yes.
So of course, then it's different story. Then you do not have humic acid. Then it can be completely degraded indeed, and these are just simple polymers.
But at normal operating times, only 20 to 25% is degraded.
Okay.
If you have an economical running digester. And we can degrade like 60 or 70%. So this has a huge potential.
Then you need chemical analysis of what is coming out of the worm reactor and what is going on with the sludge there this time. To chemically analyze this solid. And it is it should not be very difficult to do.
Yeah, we did the digestion experiments. That was the first thing that we thought of to see if the digestive properties are different.
Oh, what is it digestion?
Just anaerobic digestion in a small bottle and see how much gas we produce.
Okay.
And well, this was a bit disappointing because normal secondary sludge produced as much sludge as the sludge coming out of the worm reactor. But still, then you have still the improved degradability because you already degraded 25% in the worm reactor.
But you agree that if worms are doing something, then you will have chemical differences between incoming sludge and outcoming from the worm reactor.
So what kind
So you need, it's a black box for you, so you don't know what is going on there, but you can have an idea what is the difference between incoming sludge and outcoming sludge, just by analyzing, making complete chemical analysis of, even elemental analysis will show you already the difference. CNH, which is done by automatically by element analyzers. I think there is one in this building as well.
So
but of course, it's better to also to make a structural analysis, like you analyze proteins, you analyze lipids, the biopolymers. I don't know how it is done, but it's organic chemistry.
And we want to inject some. We want to take some worms and kill them, and then inject it every day into a digester to see if there's enzymes in the living worms.
Yeah, but this is another story. I mean, this is already kind of when you want to know what worms are doing, but you can treat it as a black box.
What can I see from elemental analysis?
You will see what kind of change is going on with the sludge after the worm reactor, and then you can actually predict what is going on. If these are lipas working, for example, you will see less lipids in it, or it's proteases which are working, or there's nothing going on in polymers. For example, you remove only, let's say, soluble compounds. You should be able to see.
The COD? Did we measure the COD per gram pH?
We did.
So was it changed? Because if you degrade lipids, then your COD would go down.
Not necessarily. You just can get degraded to monomers, but they are still there.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be another project on structural aspects. And we're going to measure the amount of cellulose to see if they degraded any cellulose.
But if it's bacterial biomass, mostly you will not see any cellulose. You will have the moraine mostly from the cell walls.
There are also fibers inside of the sludge, unfortunately. So I have to repair the pumps every week.
Right.
Hey, thank you very much.